Hi, I'm Macy from the Charleston County Public Library, and thanks for watching this virtual program. September is Library Card Sign-Up Month, and your Charleston County Library card is the key to a wealth of information and resources for free. Of course, we have tons of books. We also have movies, telescopes, museum passes, and gaming tablets for kids. And your library card gives you access to tons of digital content, like ebooks, audiobooks, music, and magazine subscriptions, plus access to databases for professional development, learning a new language, and genealogy research. Your library card is available for free if you live in Charleston County. Just stop by your neighborhood branch with your proof of address and your ID. For more information, visit ccpl.org.
Hi everyone, my name is Kurt Brown and I'm a technology librarian at the Charleston County Public Library. And this is our fourth video in our series of 8 videos. And this video is about the basics of CSS. Okay, so we're going to learn what CSS is. And we're going to learn the CSS structure, we're going to select colors, and we are going to learn about properties. And finally, we're going to learn how to create comments. So here's the structure of CSS. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Okay, so its whole point is to make websites look nice. Okay, so it's only used to format and style. All right, you will need a background in HTML. Right, and since you watched all 3 of my HTML basics videos, you meet the requirements. Okay, so let's talk about this code here. So we are selecting an H1, okay? And then we have curly braces, all right? And then we have our declarations, all right? So we have a property called color, okay? And then there's a colon, and then we have our value. Okay, so we select our HTML element, so H1, and then what do we want to do with our H1? Okay, so we open up some curly braces, and I want to change the color, okay? A colon, and what do you want to change your color to? Blue. Okay, and when you're done here, you leave a semicolon. All right, and then you move on to your next declaration. You can have just one declaration, or you can have more than one. All right, and then next, let's say we want to change the font size. Okay, colon. What do we want to change our font size to? 12 pixels. Okay, semicolon. All right, and this will change all of our HTML elements to have a color of blue and a font size of 12 pixels. All right, so now let's jump into our code and use CSS. Okay, so for the last 3 videos, we've been using index.html. Okay, so we're not using HTML right now. We're going to be focusing on CSS. And our CSS file is called style.css. So let's give that a click. Okay, so it should be empty because we've done nothing to it yet. All right, so let's say I want to change this here, my H1 element, to a different color. Okay, so I'm going to select H1. All right, and then what do you want to do with your H1? All right, I want to, let's change the color. Okay, and a colon. Now, what do you want to change your color to? Okay, I want to change it to blue. All right, and semicolon. Okay, so now let's click run and see what happens. All right, so we see that our name is now in blue. Okay. Next, education and hobbies. Those were our H3 tags. Right, let's say I want to change the color of our H3 tags. Okay, so let's go ahead and select H3, curly braces. Okay, so now, what do we want to do with our H3 tags? Well, I want to change the color. Okay, and a colon. What do you want to change the color to? Let's do red. Okay, semicolon, and click run. Okay, and as you can see now, education and hobbies is now red. Okay. And again, click open in a new tab. Okay. All right, so we have education and hobbies in red. Okay. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about colors. All right, so there's several ways to specify the color we want. Okay, so we used a name. All right, but there's other ways as well. So next, let's say I want to change the body color. Oops, excuse me. Curly braces and color, colon. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do now, we're going to go to a website called htmlcolorcodes.com. Okay, and here we can play around, right? We can play around and pick whatever color we want, right? So what I want to do, go back to purple. Let's say I want to change the body. Let's do this color. Okay, so let's look up here. So RGB, our red, green, and blue values. These numbers, 238, 53, and 227, we're going to put that in our code. Okay, so color, we'll have to do RGB. Okay, I'm pressing enter. All right, so now, remember 238, 53, and 227. So 238, excuse me. And this was 53. And this was 227. Okay, and semicolon, and run. Okay, so now, as you can see, we have our body. Okay, everything that hasn't already been changed to this light purple color. Okay. The other way was to do the hexadecimal. Okay, so here, our hexadecimal value we'll copy and paste. Okay, come over here. I'm going to get rid of the RGB. Paste. Okay, and then click run. Okay, so there's there's three ways really of changing colors. Okay, and that was the body. All right, so now let's say we want to change the background color. Okay, so the background color this entire time it was white. Okay, so we can change the background color as well. All right, so what we'll have to do is go into the body. Okay, new property, background color, colon. Okay, and what do you want to change your background color to? I already have a specific color in mind. I'm going to go ahead and type in the hexadecimal value. And again, feel free to play around and change the background color to something that you want. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to type in the hexadecimal value. So that's going to be B8CEFB. Okay, now let's click run. Okay, now as you can see, we have changed, refresh, we have changed our background color to a light blue. What I want to do, I'm just going to change the body color a little bit. I want to make it a little darker. So I'm going to do RGB, and I'm going to type in 243, 81, oops, and 237. Click run. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, that's much better. Okay. Okay. So now, all that is left to do is, let's say I want to change, as you can see they're purple now, and I want to change just our paragraph tags, okay? So I want to change just the paragraph tags to a different color, and that will be here, so a technology library at Charleston County Public Library, and then this line here, okay? So I am selecting P, curly braces. All right, and what do we want to change? Okay, change color. And then change the color to what? Green. Semicolon, click run. Okay, and now, as you can see, our paragraph tags are now green. So there's something that I want to bring up. All right, so we can create rules out of any HTML tag. Okay, so here we have our paragraph tags, it's green. Our body is purple. Our H3 is red, and our H1 is blue. Okay, so the code reads from the top to the bottom. Okay, so the code runs from the top to the bottom. All right, so here, so all the H1s change to blue. All the H3s change to red. Okay, and the body, it all changed to purple. Okay, and then I just wanted our paragraph tags to be green. All right, and so what happens is that it just changed our paragraph tags to green. All right, and so another reason why it's called cascading style sheets, because like I said, it's from top down. Okay, so the style is cascading down your page like a waterfall. Okay, so if I were to, let me show you something. Let's say I were to change, I have another paragraph tag, and let's change it to yellow. What do you think will happen? Well, let's see. Let's click run. Okay, so now it's yellow. And why is it yellow? Because it goes from the top down. All right, so yes, it was green at first, but now it's yellow. Okay, so we'll overwrite it. All right, so when I get rid of that, let's go back to green. Okay, and let's just come over here. Let's refresh. Okay, now, last thing we need to do is to use comments. Okay, so there was one way we use comments in HTML, and in CSS is a different way. All right, so here's how we do a comment in CSS. So we'll do the backslash, and then the star, which is you hold down Shift. So I'm on Windows, so I'm holding down Shift and press 8. That brings up the star, and I will say this is a comment. Okay, and then you have to do the star, and then the backslash. Okay, so this here is just all grayed out. Okay, and again, the comments do not run in your code. You're not supposed to see it in your code. So if you see it in your code, there is a problem with your code. With your code, excuse me. Okay, so run. All right, and as you can see, we don't see our comment in here. Okay, so we did our comment right. Okay, make sure it's grayed out. All right, and again, same thing. We don't see our comment. Okay, so now, as you can see, we added some color to our web page. All right, and in our next video, we're going to use those divs that we created in our HTML basics video. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.